Kimbo, na Tata nZambi Yamazulu, Kim Fumu Kyako Isa, Bayetu Nkosi Kimbo, hallelujah. Tata nZambi is continuing to wake people up, and I'm actually answering back because, of course, even people who come from the Caribbean are still asleep about their identity, especially relatives that speak the Most High's language originally. So I'm just I'll respond to this shortly and get to hallelujah. Matona Baba Tata nZambi Mpunga Jungle. Thank you for this time. Yeah, I was getting ready to go to sleep, and the Most High said, nope, you got something you need to deliver to my people. Because even as we see what is happening today, many people are still not understanding, especially Christianity. And this is why they don't even understand the context of false messiahs, many who come in his name. Because the current system is the one that came in his name. Gonna believe it or not, hey. However, they will now see the deception unfolding in front of them. I have already seen family members cut off, friends, people, and that's just the way it's going to be. I want to honor first Isaiah Kongo, Kuswa, the Mwana Nsemi, the MaLeki Kongo, all of the Abafundi. And I thank the Most High for everything that we continue to do in this time. I'm entitling this message. I know my brother Yanata Masa and others have spoken this, but we need to really understand the context, because I think many people still, I was talking to a brother today that I had talked to, and they still don't get it. Let's be iterative. Let me just light on my face. Okay. I'm going to go to the scripture, and I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to show you who are you the gods over. There's a reason why it has been ingrained in your head to think that you are like the Most High is blasphemy, and the equivalent of Satan, Satani, because of the intention. How can you be like the Most High, be blasphemy, if the Most High made Massa like the Most High to Pharaoh? How can it be wicked and satanic to understand this concept when Dawidi, as I'm going to read here, said to the Yisolele, not Israel, you are gods? Because the minute the Bantu people, the Banabetu, start to understand what we were before, then those who are acting as gods over you will no longer have the control. because secret societies and the fallen angels and the false messiah entities and all of these other godly beings like the Greek gods and Roman gods who have hidden themselves are a form of gods that are now controlling over Yisolele because of Esau, who believes he is also a god. Okay, to where Yakubi, not Jacob, Yakubi thinks that he is lesser than Esau. You are a god over Esau. Banabit. Let's get into it. Tata nZambi standeth in the congregation of the mighty, and he judgeth among the gods. Who are these gods? Are not the MaLeki Congo like gods? Do they not have power and demonstrate it daily? Does not Yesaya Congo have power? The Mwandan Semi, the 24 elders, the righteous of Yisolele, the prophets, are they not with power? How long will ye judge? This is going back to what we did, and we did it again. That's why we got sent out of there. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Salah. So right now, Bantu people are judging themselves unjustly, Black people against Black people, and accept the persons of the wicked. You have the counsel and interaction of those who dealt in wickedness. Okay, because we are with the false spirits in order to judge righteously with Tata nZambi on high, you must be with righteous spirits. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Does he say preach hate? Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. It is the responsibility of the Bana Betu of Yisolele to deliver the poor and needy out of the hands of the wicked. So how do you do that? You must have the power of the Most High. Because it says, he standeth in the congregation of the mighty, he judgeth among the gods. Meaning, you have the power to override the fallen angels, the false Messiah spirits. You do not need the Pope. You do not need the pastor, because you stand with the power of Tata nZambi and Pungu Tulendo. That is why even Brother Masa says his role is to give you the knowledge so that he is no longer needed, just like Isaiah. The same with Brother Yonata, the same with me. Okay. I'm still working towards being on another higher level of spirituality, but the in reality is you will be in the council of the Most High. You will be in his council. You will see the MaLekis will know who you are. You will be in righteousness. The only way to do that is to stop judging unjustly and accepting the persons of the wicked. You must defend the poor and the fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and needy. You have so many wicked court systems out here that are doing just the opposite, but claim to be. They know not, neither will they understand. Okay, let's say that again. Banabetu, they know not, neither will they understand. Who is they? Those who do not understand or recognize who they are. Because when you are in religion, you will continue to walk in darkness. When you are in the carnal mind, you will be in darkness. You must become spirits. This is important. This is the connection. This is what the Most High is trying to push these days. You do not have, I told people that dude wasn't, I can sense it. It's August is turning deadly. It's only gonna get worse. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So as long as Banabetu of Yisolele remain without understanding, continue to walk in darkness, believing that you have the light, the foundations of the earth will continue to be out of course. Dawidi is saying, you are gods. That blasphemy? And all of you are the children of the Most High. Let me say this again. He's addressing the Banabetu of Yisolele, not them who say Revelation 3 and 9, but the Bantus, the Benakongos, he is saying to you, all ye are the children of the Most High, but ye shall die like Muntu. So here's the thing. This is the key. Why are Bantu people or Black people dying unnecessarily from diseases, from wickedness, from killings, from all these different things? Because he says, if you choose to be a Muntu or a man, you will die like one. If you did not choose to be spiritual, like Tata nZambi and Pungu, the Most High, Akongo, you will die like men and fall like one of the princes. He's even telling you, Dawidi says, arise, O Tata nZambi, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Okay, meaning, Yisolele Banabetu, to walk in righteousness, are above every godly mindseted person on this earth, including and especially the kingdom of darkness. The Catholic Church and others, all the Japan, China, Russia, uh, all of the countries in Africa, South America, Australia, you inherit them. They know this is why these leaders keep people in darkness. You inherit the United States in its fall, especially after what's going to happen. Okay. Banabetu, you inherit all the nations away from their leaders. Let's go to it. And Tata nZambi said unto Massa, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh. We can't emphasize this point enough, that what you have been taught throughout your whole life is a watered down version. Because if you are, remember who the Pharaoh represented in Kamata. He's no different than when you look at people like Joe Biden, Macron, what's his name, Putin, all the others. Okay, Yisolele, have the ability to be more powerful than they. So even they'll say that, oh, Biden is the most powerful man of the most powerful nation on the earth, according to many people's beliefs, the Most High will make you a stronger God than him. Yisolele. Those who choose to accept the truth and to quit believing the lies. Okay. This is why this awakening is such a problem. This is why the threat of Toko Padi Kimbangu, okay, Masa, I forget his name, sorry. Why is it a threat? Because you no longer require men to lead you, but you will become with the gods that the Most High is among. And you will be able to conquer in battle those who are the lesser. Like in the days of old. The significance of who we are. That's why Ungubani, I love my brother Yakubu, Ungubani, when he says, know thyself, how can you walk with the Most High if you don't even know who you are? If the title of Christian carried the power that has manifested in these scriptures, there's no way that those who walk in wickedness can stand. Did you remember when the demons saw Yesiah, or called Jesus, whatever. We're not debating the name, but we know, okay, they asked them to leave his presence, for they knew who he was. What have you come to torment us, they said. Send us into the pigs so that we may be rid of thee, get away from thee. When you are Yesiah in you, Kuswa, Mwandansemi in you. Okay, this is why it's important for us to try to continue to grow with the Most High, to do things better, especially myself. We must recognize those who walk with the Most High will be like the Most High, because he will anoint you with power, just like what happened in Kamata. So to any Christian out there, I will ask you, can you bring the water into blood like Masa? Can you ask the frogs to come out of the river? Can you split the water? Can you call upon the pestilence? Okay. For those of us who walk in spirit, as we know it is time, we are now moving the MaLekis to do just that. This is what you are witnessing around the earth today, but they want to hide it because it is Egypt all over again for the real people. This is why your places are on fire. This is why you have floods. This is why you have pestilences. This is why you have all these different things, because the deception is upon the heathen nations. And the false prophet has deceived you. Nimrod is a deceiver, because he was anointed of the Most High. He was Ben Congo, but he switched his heart. Similar to what happened with King Solomon. Definitely what happened with Esau. Esau gave up his birthright after he killed Nimrod, and was then forced to be an ally, in a sense, against Yahuwah. So you see, those who are not with the Most High are against the Banabet. Let me say this again. Those who are not with the Most High are against the Banabetu. And if they are against the Banabetu, they do not want to see you be like gods. So they will do whatever is possible to keep people from knowing the truth, despite what they preach to you. But because of the conditioning, okay, where he said, let's go to back one more time. He said, they know not, neither will they understand. When we have the Proverbs, we seek understanding. This is why many people will claim, oh, I know God, I know the scriptures. But then you ask them certain questions, they have no clue. but they think they know. Let's go to 1 John. First Yokana 4 and 6. We are of the Most High, Yakongu. He who knows, let me hear it say again. He who knows Tata nZambi hears us. This is why we talk about who is really from the Most High and who is not from the Most High. Okay? Because if you were really from the Most High, you would understand what we're telling you. Because we're going back to the origin of things, even in the days of Yisolele, when it was the purified version, not the tainted stuff that continued to spread. Listen to what it says. He who is not of the Most High does not hear us. So let me explain this right here. This is Mwanda speaking. You will never convince somebody about this awakening, about this truth, about this knowledge, about this understanding, about the fact that they worship Nimrod and Baal and not the Most High. They will never understand that because they are not from the Most High. They are tares. This is where he said these are the seeds that did not receive the word in their hearts, but listen to what? Unsound doctrine. Doctrines of demons, okay? The pastors who pretend to be righteous, okay? By this, we know the spirit of truth, Congo, and the spirit of error. So comprehend this. You must be of the Most High in order to have the spirit of truth and not the spirit of error. You must know the Most High in order to be in the truth. You must have a connection to the pure understanding of the Most High, rebuking the false Messiah system. So this is telling you, you cannot be a worldly person and think that you have the spirit of truth. You have the spirit of error. And this is why it says they will not hear you. Okay? So if they have the spirit of error, you're wasting your time trying to talk to them about the spirit of truth. This is what Yesiah meant when he said, only go unto those who are worthy. And if they receive you, you allow your peace to fall upon them. If not, you bring it back and you shake your sandals. Because now he says it'd be worse for them than judges. This is what you're facing today. The world has embraced the understanding that it's okay to be wicked by those who teach wickedness rather than righteousness in your face, and then shame you when you don't go along with it. They have the spirit of error. Ngita. So now, if we are of the Most High, we are gods. We are MaLekis. we are power. We have Ngolo with Kimbo, the Most High Tata nZambi, because he shares it with his children. Let me say it again. He shares it with his children, his Bena. Okay. So if you find in yourself lacking in understanding, lacking in power, lacking in spirit, you need to check yourself to see. I'm talking about me too. I have to make sure we have to walk. We are of the Most High only if we hear this truth, this awakening. And people are going to say, well, no, I have the truth over here. I have the truth over there. I have the truth. So let's go to it. Because they forget. He says this. Woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. What sheep is he talking about? If you can't understand, if you don't know how to answer that question, then you are not of the Most High. If you do not have the revelation, you cannot study this. This has to be revelation. You can't go look this up. Therefore, thus says Tata nZambi of Yisolele, against the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, says the Most High. And this is exactly what he is doing. He is now visiting the evil, but they're using the media, they're using science, they're using politicians, they're using all this different garbage to spin it as if they are still the ones you should be listening to. When they know full well he is visiting the wickedness of those who are wicked upon them. Okay? It's no climate change garbage. It's the Most High. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them. Wait, how did we get to these countries? Who did this? Did he drive Christians into, wait a minute, hold on, let me ask this question. Did he drive Christianity into these countries? This is a judgment, people, not something that's good. It's something that's bad. Because of disobedience, he did this. I will bring them again to their folds. So if he's bringing them again, it means that they were there before. But yet the people who say their land is here, they're not going anywhere. Where are they at? Okay. And they shall be fruitful and increase. Now listen to this. And I will set up shepherds over them that shall feed them. Feed them what? Feed them what? The shepherds that he will set up over his people will not need a book, because the scrolls will come out of them. He is not going to use a tainted doctrine to feed his sheep. A tampered with scroll is not going to feed the sheep. So you cannot believe as the way you've been conditioned, okay? The reason why The reason why the scriptures have contradictions is because contradictions were created in it. Because you're not, it's an esoteric book with hidden secrets made by those who are in secrecy, so that you cannot break the code. This is why you need the language to break the code. Why? Because now the MaLekis are talking to you. Now the ancestors of the Yisolele are talking to you. Not just the spirit is talking to you, the true spirit. Now listen to this. If the Most High favored what you now call modern day Christianity, then why do you have people that are still lacking? Because look what he says. And they shall fear no more. Wait a minute, you got people running around fear right now. Nor be dismayed, you got confusion right now. Neither shall they be lacking, meaning that you won't need anything. Is that the case with many people who are in religions today? Are they lacking? Says the Most High. Ingeta. This is when I talked about my brother Yanata. He said, behold, the days come, says Tata nZambi, that I will raise up unto Dawidi a righteous branch. A king shall reign and prosper and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And it says, in his day, okay, listen closely. Yaounde, not Judah. Judah, you can say Judah, shall be saved, and Yisolele shall dwell in safety. Banabetu. And this is his name. Let's go to the Kikongo, because I know you can find it. Let's go to the translation. I believe I did it once before, but I don't remember. Let's see if it's going to say it. Nope. Of course not, because you got to hide things. The word is Alimanyi, righteous. Or nZambi. Okay. And Fumu nZambi. Is what it looks like I'm seeing here. Mosi ya nZambi. In Fumu. Okay. Now, let's go to this one. Now, of course, people will say this is altered text, but you have to understand the context is still there, as how you can interpret this. It is the gospel of Yesaya. Okay, for I am not ashamed of the gospel. That's why I love the demonstration of how Yanata gave how even the fallen angels have power. So you can still mock this and simulate that you think you have power when it's not really the real power. Because if it was the real power, your neighbor would be afraid of you, wouldn't come out the house, would have issues with you walking down the street. It says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Yesaya, Kuswa. Christ is anointed, Kuswa is the anointed, be saved. For the goal of Tata nZambi unto salvation to everyone that believeth. Let's say it again. And the goal of Tata nZambi. So the Most High is going to give you power. What power? The Mwandan Semi power. So well, what can the Mwandan Semi do? This is what we have to understand. Okay? To the Yaoundé first, and also to the Greek. There is an order in which you receive power. This is why, even though the Most High made us jealous with the Greek, their power would never equal the Yaoundé, because we get it first, but we didn't want it. So he took it away. The other nations became blessed and think they became blessed, not because the Most High wanted it that way, because his own people were ignorant of him. This is why it's so hard to convince people otherwise, because they look at the fact that they feel that they've been blessed. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith. As is written, they shall live by faith. Faith in what? What version of this creator do you have faith in? Okay, if you're attached to the harlot, you don't have faith in the real Most High. That's just the way it is. For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from the Zulu against all ungodliness and unrighteous men. Hello, you're seeing that right now. All kind of stuff going on. Who hold the truth in unrighteousness. So who is he targeting? The Luciferian elites. Hello. Because that's which may be known by the Most High is manifest in them, but the Most High showed it unto them. So they know. See, these people know the truth, but they won't teach it back to you because they want to be the gods. So they keep the knowledge hidden and they teach you a watered down version. But when the Bantu people receive the knowledge now in the awakening, it now reverses their understanding of what they've hidden. This is the way that the shift is coming. And it's not going to be a shift that is going to be peaceful. We know this, the scriptures talk about it. It's going to be a violent encounter. But many people who don't know the truth will be caught up in it. The false Messiah is not just going to lay down and say, okay, Banabetu, you can be back on top of me. No. You have to be connected to be shown these things. So hallelujah, we're blessed to be knowing certain things. Let's see, 2 Peter. And this is the key. And I love how, brother, you're not to broke down the keys. This is another one. And to knowledge, temperance. And to temperance, patience. And to patience, godliness. When we look up the word temperance, let's see if we can find it in the Kikongo. Listen to this. So, unsadi ya mawete kubakaka mikumba mingi sambu nakuwadisa dikanda ya Israeli. I said, the mild-tempered servant was entrusted with enormous responsibility in the nation of Israel. So what is he saying? You only get entrusted with enormous responsibility if your knowledge is temperance and your temperance is patience, and then your patience becomes godliness. So what it says is the translation: habitual moderation in regard to the indulgence of natural appetites and passion, restrain or moderate indulgence, moderation as a temperance in eating and drinking, temperance in the indulgence of joy or mirth, moderation is sometimes abstinence in respect to using intoxicating liquors. So you cannot, and this is even for me, this is why many of us were conditioned into this, not understanding, thinking that, oh yeah, if I go, I'm going to be forgiven. Okay. This is why many people go out and still do what they do and don't understand you have to have moderation. You cannot just continue to indulge. And I'm not saying I'm not pointing any one finger at anybody. I'm just saying we cannot continue to indulge. Okay. This even goes for those who think they're preaching righteousness because they're indulging in paganism. Whether they want to believe it or not. Okay. So now, what's Kepa saying here? I mean, Peter. Yeah, Kepa. He's saying those who lack patience or do have preference, there's no way you're going to be able, as this scripture talks about here, to have the responsibility given to you. Philippi is right here. Yo yinya biko bete simba yahoa yapoa sambu yandi sadisa betu sambu betu landa mambu ya kieleka mambu ya kinzambi mambu ya lukwikilu mambu ya kuzolana betu kanga ntima betu banda bantu ya pima. Bantu ya pima. Let us therefore pray for Tata nZambi, the Most High, assistance to pursue righteousness, godly devotion, faith, love, endurance, mildness of temper. Okay, so when you call yourself a king or a god or a queen in this awakening, temper, you can't, it says it right there, you must exhibit these characteristics to be able to be used by the Most High. We must have, we can have a righteous anger. Yes, indeed, we must. Okay. But this is why so many people have gotten themselves out of control in so many different ways, because they lean on their own understanding and not the Most High. That's why it says, lean not on your own understanding. Okay. This is significant because this is the only way that will allow you to separate yourself from those who claim to know the truth, because you will change the way you think forever. Not just when it fits you or when it suits you, forever. Okay. I wasn't going to go too long on this, but I was going to say that basically, you know, when we look at what the scriptures are trying to teach us, okay, just like what happens, we're so quick to put out there, oh, many false Christs will come, many. You don't even realize that that rhetoric was created so that you wouldn't even recognize the real one when he showed up. That was the whole purpose of that um, concept of what they continue to teach today. This is why you don't even recognize that you have been taught another Jesus than the one that was actually preached by the Abafundia disciples. They've made you believe that the same one that they're preaching today is the same one they preached back then. No. Deceivers, liars. They're preaching Nimrod. They're preaching Tammuz, not Yesaya. They're preaching Helios Christos, not Yisu Christu, Kuswa. And see, the people who are in secret society, they know it, because they put the images everywhere and you can't even see it because it's like, hey, I don't see them, because you're already suckered into or bought into their version of the interpretations, because they serve Tammuz, but they don't want you to know you are now attached to him. And even though you think you get separated from him, you must realize the only way to truly be separated from him is to be able to walk and speak in power of the Most High in ways that other people will not understand it, other than those who know. That's why they're saying you must recognize, if these people don't come from the Most High, they won't understand what you're saying. This is why there are those of us who receive this awakening like, wow, okay, I get it. And other people have been like, whoa, pump the brakes, man. I don't think so. I think this is something wrong with this. But then they'll sit there and say, oh, you people who accepted this, y'all crazy. Y'all stupid. I don't know what y'all on. You smoking some good stuff or you doing something crazy. Oh, you listen to a false messiah when they don't even realize the false messiah has already tricked them. Because see, that's the whole point. If you don't know what it looks like to walk like a god, like Yisolele, like Yesiah, like Dawidi said, or even to be in the power as we talking about here, okay, the power, everybody keeps saying, oh, there's power in the blood, power in the blood. Where is it? Show us. Do you move the MaLekis, the angels? Do they come and even interact with you? Do they talk to you? Do you know who they are? Do you understand what they do? Okay, they bail out many of us great many a time, and so they get tired of it. But their whole concept is that the Most High wants people to be saved, or else they wouldn't keep bailing you out. But now the time is when they're saying, okay, we're done bailing them out. Now it's over. And that's where we've reached. And the only way that we continue to be bailed out now is to be actually considered the Most Highs. The line is, it's now separation, tares versus wheat. The tares are going down. This is what it's all about. Okay. So I just wanted to deliver this quick message. And I ask that you really come to the understanding, people. Okay. Quit thinking in the box of what you've been taught about the Most High's power and the people who teach it. If they do not manifest the power, like I said, I've been fortunate enough to have the experience of I've done certain things thanks to the Most High, and so have others. But see, the point is, they'll look at you and like, did it really happen, or is it just a figment of your imagination? Da, da, da. Because that's the whole point. When you actually do walk in power, it's like, woo, did I just see what I think I saw? Did this really just happen? Did these things actually take place? Or am I seeing things, or is this some form of witchcraft? Because when you can't do it, then you must condemn those who can. That's what happened with Isaiah. They called him a kundoki, a witch, because they couldn't do it. They couldn't walk on the water. They couldn't cast out demons. They couldn't, heal the sick, like the blind see a lame walk, all these different things. So that's why they were saying, then this must be a Kondoki spirit. This must be Shaitani. Now, here's the thing. Stop and think about this. This is why we're talking to you about false spirits. If they thought that's who he was, then that means Shaitani has done it to where they made him believe that. There has been certain things that he has demonstrated, okay, that make people believe in the things that Isaiah, when he was doing it, it's got to be wicked. Okay. This is why so many people don't recognize those who are doing it wicked and go and fill up their churches versus the ones that are doing it wicked and they're hating on them. That's why he said, you will be hated, not loved, hated for his name's sake. All right. All right. So, Kimbo Kimna to nZambi Mazuru Zola Kwingi. May Yakongo continue to get preachers and guide us in this time as we're coming together. More and more of us soon will be celebrating some very important things as we're coming together. And we know the time is coming where changes are obviously happening. It wasn't a coincidence. I actually saw one of the Brotherhood today, a high level version. Obviously, there's things changing, people. It's about to be a massive undertaking of change that people have no idea. The world will never be the same. You're not going back to a normal, period. There's not going to be a return to true normalcy, ever. All right. So once again, Yenge, Zambi Maweja, Zambi Yakubenisha, hallelujah. So Samulolo, Zona Kwingi, and inaweza Tata nZambi Mpungu Tulendo, Kongu, Kutwala, Ingeta.